Well, as you can hear we're sitting outside in nature, and you can hear birds and little sounds all around you, some distant, some closer, and there's other ambient outdoor sounds. And to be able to capture that in a recording where you can experience that same feeling, that same aspect of sound, where you're immersed right in the center of it, and it's more going all around you. We really wanted to be able to do that with Tibet because of the nature of all of the sounds, the live recordings we had, to help make it as authentic as possible, the experience of actually being there. Originally, we did, when we first came back and had the original recordings and produced it, we then went further to get a 5.1 mix of it.
Right, trying to get to
that aspect.
Yes.
And having the sounds in 5.1 at that time, because remember, this was like almost 20 years ago when we did this, it was really way ahead of its time in terms of what we were trying to do with the sounds that we had.
Right, even our concept was kind of a revolutionary concept, so it needed a special treatment. With 5.1, we were just left with kind of linear directionality. Not that it was very effective, and it was beautiful to hear like some of the pads cross horizontally. It was the cutting edge at the time, but having so many multiple points and directions from which one can place a sound and move it around the room made it a much more organic feeling. That's what you're talking about, the organic, authentic feeling of the environmental sounds.
Right.
And the people that were, everything that we collected, it was so clean and clear and articulate, and you can hear, someone slurp up as they're praying, and the singing, the beautiful singing of the farmer plowing his field with the yak.
He was praying.
The sound, embedded in ambient music to enhance that inner feeling. You have that the hooves grinding into the earth, and the beautiful echoing it almost sounds like yodeling. Didn't it almost sound like yodeling? The way it was unique. It was, and he sang with such purity and gusto straight into the mountains. It really enhances the experience for listening to that farmer cross in front of you or next to you or just on one side. And one of the miracles about the immersive environment is that aspect, the realistic aspect. This is true of a lot of the camera, like the camera stuff, the 360 things, that when you turn your head, naturally the sound, to have a pair of headphones and then like turn your head and the sound stays where it was. For whoever it is, wherever they are, to me is like a miracle in terms of sound engineering. Don't you agree?
Oh, absolutely. What was incredible for me about this process was taking the original recorded sounds, putting them where they would have been placed where we were at the time, standing there. It's as if we were standing in the middle, and it created such a vibrancy. It brings it right to life in that moment again. And that, for me, being able to re-experience it as if we were still there, that was just so exciting. The vibrancy is what got me. We finally were able to experience and achieve what we had thought about all those years ago, and technology finally caught up with us. Technology allowed us to do the compressions or the reverbs or the subtle refinements of those sounds in the mix that we couldn't do 20 years ago. So you're going to hear the deeper barrel tones of the instruments. You're going to hear the voices in a clearer way. Some of the mud has
sound of
been
your
cleared away.
skin hitting the top of your giant drum.
Yes, you get to hear that. The new technology is allowing all those original recordings to actually breathe. They're breathing, and so it creates more space between each track. In each of the layers that we had, we're reimagining it as we wanted to do that over 20 years ago. And that, I think that's just a magical thing. I think Spotted Peccary Music actually has been ahead of the curve for years. We keep pushing the envelope and going further and further. And that's what we're doing. And we don't do it because of anything other than it's a passion for it. We're passionate about the music and the art, and combining those visual and audio together is just a beautiful, beautiful.
It's like having a revelatory new art form to work with.
Absolutely, it becomes its own form, and I love it. It makes it such a small world when you can bring sounds from another part of the world and bring them to life and let other people experience them who've never been able to go there. It's that's so important. It's educational, it's enlightening, it's meditative, it's peaceful, relaxing, it's all of those things and more. So.
And I would add the intensity of the experience, the transformational nature of the project just in general, and the reverence for the material that we're that we're presenting to people.
I feel so blessed that we were able to accomplish this.
That everybody enjoys.
Yeah.